Hey everybody, Daniela here, and I wanted to do a quick video right before we go into Sukkot, and I wanted to go and tell just this amazing story. I was reading Mesilas Yesharim, and there was a story that just really hit home with me, and I needed to hear it. And so I wanted to be able to share it with everybody, and I hope that it gives everybody the right perspective as we go into Sukkot and the Hag this evening here in Israel and tomorrow for those of you in America. So I wanted to tell you a quick story of Rabbi Clonimus Kalmish Shapira. He was the Rebbe in Poland, and in 1939, 2 days before Sukkot began, a bomb hit his home. This is during World War II. The Polish and the Germans were still fighting the Nazis, and his home was bombed, and his son, only son, was critically injured. And Erev Sukkot, another bomb hit, killing his daughter-in-law. So his son is in critical condition. His daughter-in-law has now passed away, and he is going into Sukkot. The same day, it was the day that the Polish defenders surrendered and turned over Poland officially into Nazi control. So it was a very, very big day. We know obviously what later happened to Warsaw. He lived in the Warsaw Ghetto at the time. And this Rebbe, he decided that he was going to make a decision, because there is a mitzvah for us to be... There is a mitzvah to be happy. There is a mitzvah to celebrate Sukkot. And so this Rebbe, despite the fact that his son was in critical condition and his daughter-in-law had just been killed, he made the decision to be happy. They said he showed no emotion of sadness. He was joy. He led all of the Sukkot services and singing and was completely happy. He finished the first day. On the second day of Yom Tov, he was notified that his son had passed away. And still, he showed no sadness, no emotion. He began, celebrating and singing, and he continued to lead his community under probably one of the worst situations any father, any rabbi could be in. And he continued to celebrate, and he continued to show kindness. And he waited until after Yom Tov, and then they said that he fell apart, he was unconsolably, crying and weeping, and so sad for the loss of his son, and for the loss of his daughter-in-law, and the loss of the freedom of Poland that was now under German occupation and rule. And this man, he has such a powerful message. If we continue to remember this man's strength that he had. He later passed away in the Holocaust from leaving Warsaw. But he had this powerful message, and so as they got through Kol Moed, he was sad, he did what he needed to do, and then Simchat Torah came up, and the entire community is waiting, eyes on the Rebbe, seeing what is going to happen, what is this Rebbe going to do? He's just buried his son, his daughter-in-law has passed away. We're under Nazi occupation, and we're Warsaw is a complete war zone. Buildings are destroyed. What is he going to do? And on Simchat Torah, he went up, and in front of everyone, he led the entire the entire service of Sukkot, and of Simchat Torah, and they said that he sang for over an hour and a half. He began just singing and singing and singing in praise to Hashem, and everyone there said that for that hour and a half, they forgot that there was a war. They forgot Nazi occupation. They forgot everything, and all they could feel was the Shekinah. And all they could feel was Hashem's presence. And so this message was so powerful to me as I read it, because it's so easy in our own lives to have a pity party of my kids aren't behaving, or money isn't where we want to be, or I want a bigger house, or my sukkah doesn't look like what I want it to do, or me or my husband aren't getting along, or whatever is going on. I don't feel good. I'm tired. I'm overwhelmed. Whatever's going on in our lives. And this Rebbe's message just was so powerful to me, to see that under the worst situation, in the Warsaw Ghetto, in the middle of Nazi occupation of Poland, his son is killed, his daughter-in-law is killed, and he was able to bring simcha to others. And so I just wanted to send this out as a reminder of perspective for all of us, to remember to be grateful, to remember to always be joyful as we go into a Hag, and to forget whatever personal things we have going on, and remember that Hashem is in control. And Hashem, He blesses us, and He's called us to be happy and joyous on this Hag, whether it's in a perfect situation or in a Warsaw Ghetto. I hope everyone has a Hag Sameach, and everyone enjoys themselves with their time with their family for Sukkot. Bye.